state of emergency.
The Nitelifer, the Night Circle of Sanity, ready. The Nitelifer, the Night Circle of Sanity, ready.
Show me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, baby. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Hands up and wave.
The Nitelifer, the Night Circle of Sanity, ready.
You want answers? You want answers? You want answers? You want answers?
I want the truth. Want the truth. Want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Handle the truth. Handle the truth.
The Nitelifer, the Night Circle of Sanity, ready.
All right. Here we go. Wednesday night, September the 4th, 2024. Whew. Man, I don't know about you, but this year is going fast as hell.
Wouldn't go that fast if we was on some time out and we was on vacation.
Oh, it'd be going faster.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's how it's supposed to go.
Right. Take a week off for a day, and then the week when you're back to work, take a month to get over. It's crazy. But that's the best thing that you can't complain because 2020 took 3 years to get out of here. And 2024 is just flying. So I hope everybody is out there, is doing fine, is living their best life and enjoying everything that the summer has given us. Ooh, got a lot of feedback tonight. Am I talking too loud?
I'm trying to get you louder.
Get me louder.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Is this better?
Yeah.
Is this better? Should I talk this loud?
Yeah.
I sound like that, like one of those brothers in the restaurant that wants to prove to everybody he got a cell phone.
Yeah.
And look, I don't want to cause no trouble, but you know how Africans be on the phone with their cell phones in places.
You hear the whole conversation.
And it's not like they can't put the phone to their head. They got to be on speaker.
Yeah.
Right. And it's.
Well, I'm guilty of that also.
Yeah, but are you like, darling, I just want to tell you something. I'm going to and listen. Listen to me right now. When I tell you what I'm going to tell you.
The views and the voices you hear is not the views of WNBC.
Why you gonna sell me out like that, man? I'm trying to help, man. I'm trying to help.
I ain't trying to be downstairs and get hit in the neck with some spear.
You fine, man. You fine. I mean, you gotta believe. I'm just trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Sir.
It's my time of year right now, man.
Fall?
24 hours from now, man. It's gonna be on and popping.
Let's see. 24 hours from now, it'll be 7:15 Thursday. You going to the library?
I'm gonna do some reading.
You going to maybe you got a book club?
If that's what you want to call it.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
Are you ready for some football?
Oh my God. Look, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Baltimore Ravens are here and they're going to make noise this year. We made a little bit of noise last year. We're the best team in the league during the regular season. Kind of fell off during the playoffs. But hey, it bees like that sometimes.
Won't happen this year.
It bet not. It bet not. So look, I was thinking about that. It's funny you bring it up because I really, there are other shows on this fine radio station that talk sports, and I just talk about some sports. But everybody that knows me knows I'm a diehard, and I don't really have to die that hard because the team is so good. But I'm a diehard Ravens fan. and I've been thinking about this for the last 2 days, right? All these talking heads on TV are talking all this yang about how last year could have been their year. That was Lamar's window. This is that. And then, now that the people, you know what? I'm old school. I'm old school enough to remember when the Bulls, led by Michael Jordan, didn't win everything the first year. I'm old enough to remember when the Larry Bird Celtics didn't win everything the first year.
Say it again. Say it again.
I'm old enough, and I'm not even talking first year. I know this is like 5-6 years in, but actually this is Lamar's 6th year. I'm old enough to remember when Peyton Manning didn't win the Super Bowl his rookie year, his second year, his third year. Peyton Manning took a long time to win a Super Bowl. Long time. Yeah, Tom Brady did it the first year he started, but that's Tom Brady, right? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes did it almost from jump, but that's Patrick Mahomes and that team. You don't have to get to the conference championship and lose and your life is over. You never get back there. I mean, it is possible, but when you got a good, solid team and we look at this team, you got no injuries of any starters. Ain't nobody mad about their contracts. Nobody holding out. Offenses in its second year under Todd Monken. Yeah, we're going to have 3 new starting offensive linemen. But, man, I'm here to tell you, this team has got everything it needs to do to have a successful season and to keep it rolling. So, all I'm saying is it's not doom and gloom. Last year didn't have to be the best chance. We could be right back there again next year, this year.
Let's understand who we are. Let's make somebody smile.
Is that an African on the cell phone? What are you doing over there?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to get it in.
I understand, man. Look, I know you're excited. I mean, you get an opportunity to go to the game every now and then.
I know. With my new BFF.
You might be able to hang out on club level.
Yes, I know. With my new BFF.
May have been to training camp.
Definitely with my new BFF.
So it's a reason to get hyped.
And she cute.
I don't know what to do with you, man. I don't know what to do with you.
Did we disclose her name?
Go ahead.
What's her name? We disclosed her name.
You talking about Linda?
Yes.
No, we ain't talking about Linda. We talking about...
That's my new BFF.
Linda's not the one that got you to training camp.
She the one that made it enjoyable.
Linda ain't the one that got you up on club level.
Nah, shout out to you, yeah. I really appreciate all the love you showing me, man. I've got my fill so far.
Linda didn't bring you no beef ribs last week.
I know.
And for those who are listening that know what I'm talking about, I be smoking beef ribs were given last Wednesday to a special man behind the keyboard and all the mechanics over there. And I've heard that they were appreciated.
Very much so. Listen, and I'm not saying it because we boys. I'm saying because they were off the chain and tender.
I mean, I just do what I do, man. I just do what I do. And, I just try to share the love. That's me. I try to share the love. Now, something that should make you really happy, because summertime is rib time. We're doing the pork ribs, have rib fest, ribathons, ribs be going off the smoker left and right. and you've been begging me and bothering me and pestering me about brisket.
Brisket, yeah, and some pulled pork.
I'm here to tell you that it's now officially brisket season.
So when we get the first one,
When the orders start coming in, the
I'm putting
brisket
the order in
starts
now.
getting made.
I'm putting.
I might have, let's see, October. We could do an Oktoberfest brisket sale. I like the idea of that. Let me think about that. You do October.
That's another month away.
Oh, right. We're in September now, right?
Yeah.
What are there any holidays in September?
Thursday.
It's the kickoff of football season.
Yes,
You can't have me out there on no Sunday nights or no Saturday nights, Friday nights. I mean, you got to pick your poison. I'm definitely not having a sale where people going to pick up on Saturday. You know how brothers show up. You tell them, come pick up your food before 12 o'clock, and they roll in at 4:30 talking about, yo, man, I'm here to pick up my meat. I ain't coming down to answer the door and watching the game. It's just that simple.
I'll come pick it up on.
Yeah, I know you will, and I'm sure you make sure they get it.
Yeah.
And I know there's a certain friend of yours who would, if he could drive, would show up and say, I'm taking this home to my wife, and the wife don't know nothing about it.
That's his fault. If he can't get to work because he's handicapped, he gonna come get no brisket because he's handicapped.
I'm just trying to say what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say what I'm trying to say.
Well, can I put an order in for a brisket and some pulled pork?
Let's do one thing at a time.
The pulled pork.
See, here's the thing with the pulled pork. And I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Making pulled pork, cooking the meat, I can do that in my sleep. You see, I'm sitting here working with one wing right now.
Right.
I can't pull the pork with one arm. It's hard enough trying to move all that meat with one arm, but pulling the pork. Now, if you want to come over and help shred, then fine. You can find a willing worker to help me shred the meat. I can find a short enough table that they can sit in and sit there with the little baby hands and and do the pulled pork.
I'll wait till you're 100%. I don't want everybody hands all over my meat.
I mean, I think you can ask, the mighty midget morphin person.
I don't want her hands on my meat either.
Where's the love, man? Where's the family love? I don't understand. So listen here. Speaking of delicious food and stuff to put in your face, we hyped up 2 weeks ago a baker. I'm trying to find out if this baker is going to show up with my sweet potato cornbread.
We shall see.
Because if I don't get no sweet potato cornbread, tell you right now what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
I'm going to be an upset person.
And it wasn't sweet potato cornbread.
Well,
sweet potato pound cake.
Sweet potato pound cake. If I don't get no sweet potato pound cake, whew, man, look, you don't even understand what's happening right now. I'm hungry.
You hungry?
I'm not hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I need some food. I need, stuff's got to be happening, man. It's got to be happening.
I get it.
I mean, where they at?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's find out. People who are listening, this is supposed to be some delicious food. Now, I'm going to promote the heck out of this business if the food is delicious. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be in there talking about and promoting and eating, but I need to taste it. So if that person who owns that business is about it, they should be like coming to the studio with pots and pans full of food right now.
Well, the owner of CC Sweets is on the line. We're live on the radio, and he wants to know where's his sweet potato cornbread. Sweet potato cornbread is what he said.
Sweet potato cornbread, pound cake, blueberry pies, muffins. What?
It's coming.
I'm looking at the door right now. I don't see anything coming in the door.
It's not coming at this very second, but it's coming. It'll be there before the end of your show.
You know what time the show ends?
What time does the show end, sir?
9 p.m.
And I will be there before 9 p.m.
Okay. Don't come in the door 8:58.
I will not, I promise.
I can tell you right now, you get mugged.
I don't want that.
You don't want that. Because I'm like
want
Baltimore City Police and over East Side. I hand out scalp massages for people.
Oh my.
Right. Don't do me ugly with my food because a brother be hungry. I purposely did not eat today because I'm waiting for this food. I've heard all these deliciousness and I'm ready to promote the business, give out the business cards, tell everybody where they can get the stuff and trying to make this happen for you, Captain.
Yes, sir. I will be there. Locked and loaded.
Okay. So we're not gonna get a definitive time because I know how. See, I don't understand women, but I can speak woman.
I see.
Right. So, like when you were, and for the guys out there, the ladies are gonna be mad because I'm gonna give up the code, right? So here's the thing: when you say your lady, all right, look, the show starts at 8, so I'm gonna pick you up at 7. What time are you gonna be ready? What do women say?
8:15.
No, what do women say, Rock?
I'll be on time.
Or I'll be ready when you get here. That's code for I'm about to start picking out my outfit. And then they're gonna lay out like 17 outfits. And then they try on each one, and then the one they pick don't look right on them, so they get mad and they sit down and get frustrated because that's the one they were going to wear. So when you show up at the house at 7:15 for the show to start at 8, they'll tell you, I'll be right down, and then they go get in the shower. Then they get their hair done. By the time you walk out the house, it's 9:30.
Yeah. Unless
it's a show they want to see. If it's Tank, they're gonna be ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's what's the boy's name? The little dancing guy. Everybody Chris Brown. If it's Chris Brown, they're gonna be ready. If it's Bruno Mars, they're gonna be ready. If it's somebody you want to see,
we're gonna be getting to the parking lot an hour and a half after. Well, all right, we're gonna let you go so you can be on time before the show ends.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You need help getting in the door with all the stuff?
I do not.
And I mean, you don't have enough.
I will see you shortly.
All right, we're looking for you. CC Sweets. Man, this food better be worth it, bruh.
I think so. I'm a fat boy, so.
Well, you used to be a fat boy. When I met you, you was chunky. Now you all slim sexy.
I'm the Keith Lee of WMEG.
Right, and I don't know who that is, but
the foodie. Come on, Yale, you got to be in touch with the community.
That's not the dude with the blue beard, is it?
Nah, man, it's the one with the dreadlocks. They go around and give all the food reviews.
Oh, the ones on IG, the brothers on IG.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok, yeah, but I don't have TikTok because stuff ends up on IG. Yeah.
He was just here last week. He gave some really, really good reviews. That's where all the memes came from, where they said Baltimore got the best food, DC got the best social life, but VA got the tags.
That's what I was wondering what was going on. Who's this Keith Lee and why should I give a damn?
Yeah, he gave some really, really good reviews. And DC was mad because what he did with DC, and I guess it's not fair to them. He went to 12 spots. He didn't give the names of the spots, right? And he didn't do his normal review, but he just said the food was horrible. And they were saying that he didn't go to the DC spots that was popping, you know.
Okay.
But he came to Baltimore. He was definitely he the one. Let me say this about the one spot which would impress me, and we're gonna give him a shameless plug because it's black business, right?
Okay.
The Rooted Rooster, right? He gave them a 9.5 out of 10. He paid $2,000 for the food that they ate, for the people that came behind him to eat.
Uh-huh.
He paid for all the food that they ate, so they didn't give it to him on the arm. And he gave the employees there a $4,000 tip because he said the service was commendable.
Wow.
And he said this review is going to change your life, and it has, because every time you look at TikTok now for food reviews, everybody come to Baltimore, they go to the Rooty Rooster
To get it in.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna end up over there. The food must have been good.
All right. Well, look, I'm down to eat. You know, you say, you're a fat boy. I feel like I have yet to hit my full fat potential. So I'm ready.
Can we cheer our Ravens on one more time? This is like our Purple Friday.
This is purple. Actually, it's Purple Wednesday. However,
We're all part of the Raven Nation, Raven Nation, Raven Nation. We're all part of the Raven Nation, Raven Nation, Raven Nation. We're all part of the Raven Nation, Raven Nation, Raven Nation. We're all part of the Raven Nation, Raven Nation, Raven Nation. We're all part of the...
Thank you, yeah.
so that's a new drop, right? Who came up with that?
You asking too many questions, yeah.
I think I need to be like hyping that up when I'm at the stadium next week.
Yeah. I'll make sure you can do that.
I'm just saying.
Am I gonna be your plus one?
No.
See, man, listen. You know the rule about stray cats.
Didn't I don't you have a hookup already? Full game? Didn't I hook you up already for a game?
No.
I didn't.
That was a long time ago.
The Washington Commanders game?
I didn't know. I asked you about
I told you were in. I told you were in.
You didn't confirm.
I confirmed. I said you in, man. You in. I said I can't help you with the Raiders game, but you in for the Washington. What the hell?
I thought we were still waiting.
Nope. I'm trying to see. This is America.
All right.
America. This is why we can't get anywhere.
That's why you my new BFF.
This is why we try, and we just
The
can't.
$12 Cokes on me that night.
Okay. I don't drink soda, but I know I can get put in that cup.
$25 bottle, a bucket of popcorn.
Right. Right. Oh, you want a sandwich? Let's see, it'll be your firstborn and
your chick on the side.
Right. Right. If you have your car keys, you have car keys.
Worth it though, you know. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the food. Look, club. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to the stadium now several years since the new stadium got built, and I've gone through some different food vendors they've had there, and I think so far, because it was 2 preseason games, so there's no large sample size, but the food to me is not as good where I've eaten so far as it was in previous years. Now,
really?
Yeah, man, look. So we went over to the station where they had the pit beef and the carved turkey, right?
Yes.
To me, it was all right, but last year they had people there actually carving the meat.
Oh, so as opposed to the sandwiches,
right? Already ready.
Ready and
right. And when you are in the line for some carved pit beef, you can say to the person carving, "Yo, give me that fatty section over there.
Yes,
give me that. Yeah, give me that right there. Right,
yes,
right. You can say if you want turkey, yo, can you give me some of that on the edge, the end piece, with the skin, right?
With the skin.
When it's prepackaged, you just grab and hope, right? And then it wasn't piping hot. That stuff coming off the knife, man. That was on. And then one of the vendors last year was like doing a rotating menu, and one day I didn't buy from them. I'd already gotten my food. I was going to go get my condiments. And I went by that station and I looked and I said, what do y'all got today? They said, ready for this?
I'm ready.
Brisket and waffles.
Punch your mama in the face.
Shredded brisket and waffles. I was like, I'll be got. But check this out. I'm stealing that idea. And this year, as soon as I can find a place to set it up, as soon as I can set it up, I'm going to be serving hot shredded brisket and hot waffles.
Put my order in.
Think I'm playing.
Put my order in.
Think I'm playing. People about to find out.
Put my order in.
Delicious.
Man, I tell you.
So, you know, it's brisket season. That could happen in September. If I can get a place where I can set up and do carved, shredded brisket and waffles.
Oh my God, yes.
And I got a waffle recipe, man. And maybe I can get was it CC Sweets?
Yeah.
If CC Sweets can make some waffles, we can do a waffle off and find out. But if she want to be involved in that, we could put some people in the Fat Weight Watchers program real quick.
Hey, yeah.
Yep.
We pride ourselves in knowing everything that goes on in the area, right?
Well, you do. I'm just the guy. You know, I come to you for what's the what's.
All right. Well, we got a friend of WMEG on the line.
Oh, really?
And they got a special event coming on Saturday. Can we give them like 8 seconds to tell us what's going on Saturday? Maybe some folks want to go show off.
How tall are they?
They like 5'11".
Okay, they tall enough to get on this ride. Go ahead.
Yes. And they might have some eye candy where it's going to be. So we want to let them tell us what's going on for those that ain't got nothing to do on Saturday. They got a couple dollars that want to go see some things. Carla, you there?
I'm here.
Can you give us some insight about what's going on for the people that ain't got nothing to do Saturday and want to be in this special place?
On Saturday, we are hosting DMV Does and Rose Entertainment is hosting an end of summer pool party. It will be held in PG County. It's a Grown Sexy event, so it's 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. $50 grand to entry, includes food. We have some cabanas. We're going to have a lot of door prizes. It's definitely something you do not want to miss.
When is the date?
It is this Saturday, September 7th, for all my Virgos. Come celebrate your birthday with us.
Any twerking going to be going on?
Say that one more time.
Any twerking going to be going on?
Definitely.
Wait a minute. Is it? Did I hear you say this is La Rose Entertainment?
Yes.
Is this the person? Right. I'm gonna go Beverly Hills Cop. Is this the person who ruined the buffet at Lamont's restaurant? Right? Remember that?
Oh my goodness.
Is this the person who sat in this studio and talked about this prom and had me all hyped up, and then the prom was on a date I couldn't make?
That was your fault.
I'm just asking if that's the person.
It's your fault that you did not make prom.
Is this that person?
This is that person.
My feelings are hurt. My feelings hurt.
Who will be doing some twerking?
Listen, it's not gonna be me, but I don't know who it will be, but they'll be.
There's gonna be lots of twerking.
Yes.
Will the twerking be working?
Is swimwear required?
I was saying I have.
I heard a pause. When you asked the question, is swimwear required? I heard a pause.
You said what?
Is swimwear required?
It's not required, but it'd be nice.
So, is the person who was sitting here in my studio, will they be hosting this event And will they be doing any swimwear modeling and giving up like booze?
I don't know who if you talking about Mr. Devon.
No, we're talking
No, what?
We're talking about the Queen of La Rose Entertainment.
Right.
Oh no, I'm not doing any twerking. I'm sure.
I didn't say twerking. I said hosting and giving up some booze.
Definitely giving out some booze.
I think it's worth people going to check it out if you want to go to PG County to enjoy a grown. Is this a grown and sexy I heard it's grown and sexy swim party.
Definitely grown and sexy.
Indoor pool.
Outdoor pool.
Y'all gonna freeze. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. You know why it's gonna be cold? Because I can't make it. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna rain. There you go.
It is. It's not raining.
What other question?
If I could go, it'd be a nice day. But since I can't go, it's gonna be cold. Matter of fact, a cold front gonna come in and it might be snowing.
Oh my goodness.
One other question before I pay my $50 to come to this pool party.
That's right. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Is the motto and theme for this party what happens at this pool party stays at this pool party?
Stays always.
And what time to start?
Always. Yeah.
What time to start?
Just 5 minutes. It starts at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. It's gonna be cold in the mug out there. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a lot of turkeys done and some shrinkage.
Well, real quick before we let you go, because you seem busy occupied. Let the people know where they can purchase their tickets and get more info about this sipping dip.
www.dmvdoes.org. That's www.dmvdoes.org.
I think you're missing a W.
It's 3 W's.
It's 3 W's.
Everybody knows it's 3 W's.
but when you give up the information, you might want to make sure.
I said www.jesuschrist.
www.jesuschrist.org. And I think it'll take you to a wrong thing. If you're looking to people be twerking at www.jesuschrist, you might be surprised what you find.
So if you're single and you're in the DMV, this is where you want to be this weekend. If you're not single and you're in the DMV, this is where you want to be this weekend.
I would suggest bringing a lot of lotion and baby oil because it's going to be cold, you're going to be ashy, and there's going to be some shrinkage.
Well, we thank you so much.
And if you got flat, dusty feet, don't show up at this thing because we're talking about you. I'm going to tell you right now. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you, the guy right now with the cigar, with your flat, fat, dusty feet, your Jesus sandals and white socks. Please, God, don't walk up in there with no white socks and Jesus sandals.
Quarter out my pocket.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for letting me, talk a little something about my event this weekend.
You need to holler at me earlier so I can start promoting this stuff and make my plans right. Just want you to know. You be waiting till the last minute.
Something going on in the DMV.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know how to reach out to Nitelifer Circle of Sanity to promote your event. Just want you to know, you're going to keep messing around and I'm going to end up never coming to anything. And then you'll be like, damn.
I'm going to try to come just for the food.
We're going to have some jerk chicken, some oxtail.
You're not hiring IB Smoking to do any this cooking for you?
You said what?
You didn't want to hire IB Smoking barbecue meats to do any this cooking for you?
You're not available.
I can cook the food and then gotta be there. But I'm saying you're gonna tell me the day before. I just feel like ain't no love. Don't be having this person be smirching me no more on my show, man.
We got it. Well, best of luck to you. We're gonna come see some twerking. Come get some good food on Saturday.
Thank you, good sir.
Bring some sweatpants because there will be shrinkage.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Cold water be working against the brother, man. Cold water.
That's your excuse. You stick to it.
No, I'm like, I didn't get in the pool, baby. You dancing with that brother just came out the pool with his legs all wet and shivering. I'm here with everything. I'm here with the hot meat. Just saying. All right, man. Let's get to it. Look. We are another week into the Harris campaign, and things are on the uptick. And what, you know what, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on that. So before I spend a lot of time on that, let me just bring this up. We had another school shooting today.
I saw it on the news, but didn't know the details. Give me the details.
I don't know many details. I know there are 4 people that are dead and 9 other people that have been shot or injured, they said.
In Baltimore County.
No, this is in Georgia.
Okay, it was something that some kind of shooting in Baltimore County. But go ahead.
I didn't know about the Baltimore County. So in Georgia, outside about 45 minutes outside of Atlanta, at a middle school. And the last I heard, there was a 14-year-old in custody. You know, I don't understand what it's going to take for people to start paying attention. And you know me, Rock. I am a gun enthusiast. I am not a straight up and down what they call second amender, where I think everybody should have any kind of gun they want or any kind of firearm they want, any kind of weapon that they want. I think responsible adults should be able to prove they can handle whatever they want to purchase and purchase and secure and use their firearms in a safe manner and a responsible, safe manner. How, and this is all going to come out because it always does. Eventually, it'll all come out. How a 14-year-old got hold of any weapon. And I don't know what kind of weapon was used. I don't know what all went on. That's all going to come out. We'll figure all that out later. But a 14-year-old stepped into this school outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and started shooting up the place. It's bad enough that violence in this country, not just gun violence, but violence in this country is at an all-time high. Crime is on the downswing, but school shootings and mass shootings are on the upswing. When we had the forum in here a month and a half ago, and we talked about some of the problems that our kids, the next generation, actually, I guess at this point it's 2 generations down from me, are having with just social interacting, because social media has made social interacting not a real thing. Like, they don't know how to do conflict resolution. So let me give you a scenario. Let's say one kid is an aspiring DJ and making mixed music tapes, music CDs, music on, or just downloading music and putting together a file. And another kid says, look, man, I can help you sell this. And takes that music in whatever form it is. We know it's not on tape, because that medium has been dead. But whatever medium is on, take it and never shows back up for the young kid who made the music. And then eventually that kid runs into the kid who took the music to sell it and never sold it or never gave up any money for it. Those 2 people should be able to resolve that situation and go and grow from it without violence, without threats, without shooting, without any kind of conflict. That can't happen today. With the youth that are coming up today, and the young lady and who sat here, what's her name again?
Which one?
The only young lady that was here for the forum.
Kiera.
I wanted to call her Kyra, but I was close, but I'm old, so you got to give me. Kiera said one of the things that they deal with now is acceptance and dealing with their followers or people they're not even following, people on social media criticizing them and making them feel lesser than what they are. right? So then if you get that's a definition of bullying today. It's not my definition of bullying, but that's their definition of bullying. And some kids may do harm to themselves. Some kids may just decide, you know what? Here's the best thing I can do. I can get hold of a weapon and go show everybody I'm not no punk or whatever, and go shoot their classmates or shoot up a school or shoot up an area or shoot up a party, right? Unless you've seen what a bullet can do to the human body, your concept of what you're going to do is limited. And even if you see that and you see stuff on television, other social media all day long, you don't grasp the real tragedy that happens when you put a piece of hot lead into the human body. And whatever this kid's issue was, I just think there could have been another way to solve it. And I don't understand how a 14-year-old can get hold of any type of gun and get to a school and start shooting the school up. We gotta do better as a society. We've got to start, like, there should be a mandatory conflict resolution class in schools, in public schools today. Every year, mandatory conflict resolution at the beginning of the school year and the beginning of the next semester. Because I think what's missing is people don't know how to interact. All they see is what people have typed on the keyboard. They get all up in their feelings and they want to go find a way to do violence. Some stuff you just got to laugh off and move on. I'm not a very, well, I don't want to say I'm not. I'll put it this way. There are people who are more spiritually connected and more spiritually religious than I am. I do not attend church every Sunday unless it's football season. Then my church is the television or my seat in the stadium. But I know one thing that I hold true to my heart in my religious beliefs is that God did not put you on this planet to be thought of as anything other than wonderful. You have to have belief in who you are and what you want out of life. Don't let anybody tell you you are not anything but wonderful. And if anyone questions that, you need to question them as to, are you God? Because only God can tell you that you're not worthy. You're the most worthy person inhabiting your skin that you're in. Be who you are. Don't be deterred by whomever says that you're not what you're supposed to be, whether that be a friend, an associate, a family member, or whomever. You are the person God meant you to be. Be proud of it. Go on. Don't let anybody push you into doing something so crazy that you kill other human beings and either end up dead yourself or spend the rest of your life incarcerated for doing something at 14 years old. 15, 16, 17. We got to do a better job, man. We can't have all these kids just killing kids is on the streets, in the schools. It hurts my heart every time I see something like that. I grew up in my day idolizing people who were famous for being in the mafia. And I used to do that watching TV and going to see movies. My grandparents, my father's parents took me to see The Godfather in 1972. When it first came out, I was 10 years old. It shaped my life for about a week and a half. I thought I was going to be Sonny Corleone. I thought Sonny Corleone was the coolest cat in the world walking around. And I started walking like Sonny and talking like Sonny. And my mother had to pull me up one day and she said, did you notice there were no colored people in that movie? And she used color because 1972. We hadn't become black yet. We just came out of being Negroes, right? So and I said, yeah. She said, there are no colored people in the mafia, Yale. Now she didn't, they were black gangs, they were black organized crime figures, but in The Godfather, there were no black people in the mafia. In the Italian mafia, no black people. But even then, like I knew that was a movie, right? And then the mafia people killed other mafia people. They weren't running around shooting up schools, killing people. They weren't going to concerts, shooting everybody in the concert. They weren't going to movie theaters and restaurants, events, and just pulling out their guns and flat blasting people. So I'm going to say that I'm trying to put together a show next week and talk about guns and gun safety and gun violence in America and some things that Black people as a whole need to be aware of. And this show, I'm not promoting separation of races in any way, shape, or form, but people have to be cognizant of what the narrative is out there and what the reality is out there. And you just got to be ready, and you got to have your head on a swivel and be aware that not everybody is where you are mentally. And you got to be careful. You got to be prepared to deal with situations and to get out of situations. But under no circumstances should you have a weapon if you can't properly secure it, properly use it, and be responsible with it. And babies killing babies, to me, is worse than adults killing babies. And just babies being murdered is just bad to me. But when you have a person who's 14, whose mind hasn't fully developed yet to understand things, killing other kids their age, that's a tragedy on society, man. It's a tragedy on society. So, off that soapbox. Look, yeah. Let's talk about the election. I kind of find it hard to believe, but I can make this show. We can talk about the election and it be more uplifting than a school shooting and what happened today in Georgia and what happened in Baltimore. The shooting I don't have any information on yet, but the election is coming. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are surging. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and MAGA Nation are nervous. The mood of the electorate on the left is energized, is excited, is hopeful. And we got to give props where props are due, man. Joe Biden did some great things when he was president, when he was elected. He held true to a lot of the promises he made. I didn't think his age was a factor, but overall, everyone was really concerned because the Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, were very deliberate and successful in pushing the narrative that Joe was too old and got you to forget that their candidate, Dandy Don, is only 3 years younger than Joe Biden. Yes, sir.
Rock had his hand up. Themselves in the ass now, though. They would rather have had Joe in there as opposed to this firecracker they put up against him now.
Exactly. And as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, because now you got the whole country saying an 80-year-old is too old to run the country. Now that the 78-year-old is the old person on the block, that means in 2026, he'll be 80. We're not going to talk about the fact that everything he does now when he opens his mouth makes you wonder if this man has had a cognitive test recently. You know, he says the craziest, silliest, off the wall stuff that you got to start questioning. Is he okay? But you put 80 out there as the 81 out there as the benchmark, and now you got a 78-year-old who's 28 years old, older than his competition. And as you said, she is super intelligent, very highly educated, has all the credentials you need from experience on the state level and on the federal level. And now she's been VP for almost 4 years. Man, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe Biden, for picking Kamala Harris. And thank you, Joe Biden, for stepping aside and pushing up Kamala Harris to go against the MAGA candidate, right? They're trying so hard to find things on her, but they can't get anything to stick. And all she has to say, she has two things she has to say in this debate, September 10th on ABC, that everybody needs to tune in. We're going to see what it is. All she has to do is say two things. Mr. Former President, at 78, are you too old for this job? And
Black person job.
A black job, right? You're too old for this black job. And the second thing she can say is, while we're talking about numbers, don't you have 34 convictions? Aren't you guilty in a court in your city, in your state, jury of your peers, of 34 counts of defrauding people? Does your parole officer know you're out for this? Right? So they pushed that number being too old, and he's approaching that number and getting there every day, and it's getting worse. Look, y'all can tell me that I'm wrong, but I can prove it to you. I can show it to you. I can show you better than I can tell you. In an interview this week, Donald Trump, when asked about transgender youth. See, this is whole narrative now from the MAGA people that transgenders are lesser than. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about you are who you are. God made you to be the best that you could be. If you choose to change stuff about you, that's on you. That's your business. Nobody's forcing that on you. But they're on this whole thing about transgender kids, transgender people being lesser than. But he was asked about this in an interview, and he said, and I'm trying to remember exactly. I may get the quotes wrong a little bit. I should have written this down. He said, imagine your child's, not your children, your child's go to school, and a couple days later they come back and they're a different sex. And then you go to the school and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, okay, what the hell is that? Like, what schools are performing sex adjustment surgery? What school grabs your child up and says, you know what, little boy, you should be a little girl, and praying during the school day changes your son to a daughter, your daughter to a son, and sends him home from school 2 days later with this sex adjustment surgery? This is just like crazy stuff that comes off the top of his head, and nobody is saying, you know, that's not how it works, right? No one is saying that to him. When we go, I can go back 2 or 3 months ago when he was talking about electric powered boats. And he said he went to a boat maker and he said, let me ask you a question. If you're in the boat and the boat sinks and the battery gets starts to sink, and 10 yards away from you is a shark, as you go down, are you going to swim to the shark or stay near the electric battery and get electrocuted? And people cheer like that is the stupidest thing in the world. Every boat, whether it's electric or gas, that has a combustible engine also has a battery on it. If those boats sink, they don't electrocute anybody. But if they did, and the shark was 10 yards away, the shark would get electrocuted too. Right? So, but no one is saying, that's not how that works, right? I need Kamala to say this to him on this debate. When he says something crazy, she can say, like, that's not how that works, right? He has no idea what he's talking about. He's already flip-flopped on abortion rights in Florida, which has already pisses off everybody on the left, but now he's pissed off supporters on the right because he's flip-flopped on his stance on that. He and his running mate, JD Vance, who I have to point out believes that people who don't have children are a burden on society and are sad because their lives are not fulfilled. Sidebar, the only reason any woman does not have children is if she can't or she doesn't want to. So I know some very personally successful women who don't have children and don't feel like their lives have not been fulfilled. But anyway, but he's flip-flopped on that. He and JD Vance are now promoting the idea that they would be the best administration for women's rights in this country. I don't know who's smoking that crack and saying, yeah, he's right. Because he appointed judges to the Supreme Court that overturned Roe v. Wade, the law that had been the law of the land since the 70s, over 50 years, and taken away women's rights in other states to even leave the state to have an abortion if they live in a state that doesn't offer that as a service. They're just saying shit, hoping it sticks. And Kamala Harris is just calmly walking down the stage, taking the mic and telling you like it is. What I cannot wrap my head around, and it's just driving me crazy. How do people forget that this man tried to overthrow the government in 2020? How do people miss this idea that he tried to lead a violent coup over the democratically elected leaders of this country? That's not supposed to stand. That's not supposed to be the American way, let alone, like, you can think of any organization when people who aren't in power try to take that power without a process of elections or changes of heart, changing hearts and minds of the people in the group. Whenever anybody tries to do something like that, it's either called a coup, a mutiny, or an insurrection. And people who lead those types of things are usually locked up if they're lucky. You can't call yourselves patriots for the government, United States of America, if you try to overthrow it. But there he is, still running for president and got almost half the country on his side. I'll be the first to tell you, America's not perfect. America's a tough town. Snooze, you lose. Can't have everything. Sometimes you can't have nothing. But you can always get something if you work for it, you believe in it, and you vote. We've got people walking around America right now with Confederate flag paraphernalia, hats, t-shirts, flags, whatever. And they call themselves patriots and they believe in Donald Trump. Why? I swear to God, I still don't understand why. Because the man, his entire life has never done anything for anybody but himself. But they believe he's the great I am and will be because of whatever. But you just cannot think that a person of his character will change and suddenly become the best person, best administration for women when everything he's done has proven he won't. You can't believe that he's suddenly going to no longer espouse the things that come out of his mouth as far as degrading of women and transgender people and gay people and people of color, and think this is the guy that's the best for the country. Oh, and he talks like the people you see on the corner when you're downtown who have signs and talk to themselves and talk to the mailbox. He now that I think about it, he sounds like those people that go down, that you see when you go downtown, that are on the corner, who are homeless and talk to the trees. Like, let me sidebar this for a second. Rock, you ever notice that you only see crazy people downtown?
That's the hub.
I mean, it's like they wake up one day and go, I'm not right in my head. And they find their way downtown. And that's, no matter what city you in.
That's the hub. That's where the plug at.
It doesn't matter what city you're in America. Crazy people end up being downtown. But he sounds like one of those people, and they want to vote for him. And if we're not careful, he could win. But to circle it back, they've pushed this narrative that being 80 is too old, and he's 2 years away from 80, and he no longer has anyone that he's running against that's older than him. So they're scrambling. And there's nothing there they're using is sticking. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are creeping up the polls. They're dead even in some, they're just behind in others, and they're just ahead in other polls. There's no poll anywhere that's being conducted unless the poll is sponsored by MAGA and being given to MAGA people. But there's no other realistic professional polls out there that say Donald Trump is leading Kamala Harris by significant margins. So say all that to say, we aren't done. The news will tell you the race is finished. Kamala Harris is behind, or they'll tell you Kamala Harris is far ahead. Don't listen to the polls. Grab someone and go and vote. Take 2 people with you to make sure that they can vote. When my grandmother was alive, she always wanted to vote. She would always leave and go vote. When she couldn't drive anymore, I would take her to her polling place, even though it was nowhere near my polling place. And I would take her, go with her when she voted, wait for her to finish in the booth, and then we would drive to my polling place and go in, and I would vote. Make sure you have no excuses not to vote. And if you can't, or you don't think you'll be available to vote on election day, mail-in vote early. Vote early. If you're going to be out of town, put your stuff in, mail it in, vote. Absentee ballot, mail-in ballot. You got to vote. We cannot go back. As the Harris Walls campaign says, we're not going back. We're not going back to 4 years ago when we had tractor trailer freezer trucks being used as temporary morgues because the funeral homes were overrun because of COVID. Mortuaries were overrun because of COVID. We're not going back to where you had to find anything you could use as toilet paper because you couldn't find toilet paper anywhere. We're not going back to that. Think about that. Not going back to not being able to find a job, even though you're highly qualified, because nobody was hiring because the economy was shot. And the counter argument today is, if the economy is so good, why are prices so high? Prices are high because businesses are price gouging. See gas prices slowly coming down now. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the current administration working hard on provisions to keep businesses from price gouging. There is nothing that Donald Trump can promise you that, 1, he's going to come through on, 2, that is realistic, and 3, that will make your life better than anybody else's life. Excuse me. The saying is, a rising tide lifts all boats. It's not, I'm going to raise your boat, therefore someone else's boat is going to be stuck in the mud or sink. You got to think of the country as a whole. Now, I've been flapping my gums for several minutes, and my energy level is low, getting tired. I need some way to increase my energy. If only there was some good food that could be fed to my hungry self. Oh, wait. What do we have?
CC Sweets is here.
CC Sweets is in the drink. What she got? Hello, good to meet you.
Hi, good to meet you as well.
I gotta get behind the mic, man.
I will not.
No. Here it goes. Talk to the people.
I don't want to talk to the people. I'm talking to you. You're talking to the people.
I'm talking to the people. I'm promoting you.
I understand that, and you will continue to promote me.
All right, but the food. Let me tell you something. All right, look, America. Look, let me tell you something. Is that little bag?
This little bag.
Let me see that bag. Let me see the bag. Let me see the bag. America, this is the bag.
He's gonna be full.
America, let me tell you something. America.
I bought a whole pizza and he just dropped it on the floor.
See, America, let me tell you something. when my mother and I, when I was a youngster, my mom, God bless her soul, was not always doing the best. She was struggling a little bit. And when times were hard, even though in my day there was a school lunch program and school lunches didn't cost a lot, sometimes my mom would make a lunch for me to go to school. And I was but a little child, but I was a little hungry child. My mother would give me a lunch bag much bigger than this, even though we didn't have a lot. Times were hard because she didn't want her baby boy to starve in school. And CC Sweetson rolled up in here with a lunch bag that
with samples.
I'm gonna tell you
It's
something. Let me tell you
samples.
something. We were talking earlier about the crazy people downtown. They don't have a place to live. They can't take a shower. They talk to mailboxes. They would be upset with a bag this little. Let me tell you, this bag is little than my head, and I have a big head. So let me tell you something. No.
My little bag.
No, we're gonna see what's in the bag.
Okay.
Let's open up the bag.
Let's open up the bag.
All right. First off, this looks yummy. It's a spoon. So I'm not. I can use the spoon to eat, but there's got to be some stuff in here that's good for this that you can use with the spoon. Let's see. Ooh. Here we go. Look at this. It's another spoon. Let's see what else we can eat. Oh, this looks like. Is this strawberry shortcake?
It's strawberry crunch cake.
Strawberry crunch cake. I'm
You
gonna
know
eat this
the
on
ice
air.
cream you used to eat when you were small, and it had the little crunchy strawberry things.
The
around
strawberry
it?
shortcakes that you get from the Good Humor Man.
Yes.
Shout out to Good Humor. This is.
That's what that is. That in cake form.
I'm about to put this in my face.
You don't need both spoons.
I don't.
You
I
ever want
d-
some pizza?
No, I can't eat pizza. So here we go.
Sorry for you.
I don't like my pizza with carpet fibers on it. Let me see. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not saying this is really delicious, but I'm gonna eat another spoonful just to make sure that it's, good.
What you eating?
It's a strawberry crunch cake. And I can tell you right now, this might be kind of it's enough here for me to share, but I'm not, because I'm gonna eat all this myself. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm gonna eat all this myself. Let me see what else we got in here.
Okay.
Oh,
See, I have full sizes.
Oh, Sookie now. This is what you want to buy. If
That's a sample.
this better be a sample, because if this is $5, it's what the Biden administration is fighting against, price gouging. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a full serving thing. This is CC Sweets. Happiness is homemade, and this looks like. Tell me if I'm wrong, but this looks like some sort of Oreo cookie chocolate.
It is.
Oh,
There's a sample one in there first. If you
the hell with that? We ain't them people.
Okay, well you go ahead.
Oh my God, this looks just like.
Is that yours?
Yes, it looks like chocolate chip. I'm sorry, Oreo cookies and cream ice cream. I'm about to put my spoon in this. It looks like there's a whole Oreo cookie in here too. I'm telling you right now. I watch a lot of Food Network shows. This is what they do. I'm tasting notes of. There's s'mores in here, isn't there?
It is not.
Use a lot, because I'm about to eat some more of this. This cake is, look, this cake is just airy and soft, and the icing just like melts in your face. Oh my God. And I'm gonna have a third one because yeah. Lord knows I love my mama. I surely do. But this will make you slap your mama. This is that good. This is not. This is This is This is good. This here good. This here good, girl.
Thank you.
Tell me about this. This is what? Tell me what it is.
So I make everything from scratch. It is a homemade chocolate cake. And then it has a white chocolate whipped icing with Oreo cookies in it.
Whipped icing. Go ahead.
With Oreos in the icing.
Woo! All right, let's see what else we got. This is sample size. This is for the DJ. That's yours, Rock. Go. So we got another big. Oh! Uh-oh! This buttercream?
This is banana pudding cake.
I'm gonna give that to Rock.
You don't eat banana pudding?
Let me tell you a story.
Tell me a
My
story.
whole life is some stories, right?
Most people are.
So my grandmother's family's from South Carolina. And one year we went down to South Carolina for a family gathering. Florence, South Carolina. Love everybody in my family. Shout out South Carolina. Shout out Florence, South Carolina. And it was just amazing, most amazing thing I'd ever seen for my life. I don't remember how old I was, but I was pretty much an adult. I know that much. And we get down there, we're doing everything, then go inside to have dinner, and the women were in the kitchen. Everybody was cooking and making stuff. And the men were all watching football. The men, the young boys, the males were all watching football. And one of the women came out the kitchen and said, "All right, men, time for y'all to eat." And all the men, all of us, got up and went to the serving table. The women sat back and watched and waited till we got our plates. Wasn't a female in line over the age of 4 that didn't go and get in that line. But that amazed me because that don't happen up here. Women up here, like, time to eat, we all eat. Don't put your food on your plate till I get, like, we all eat. But they made banana pudding. It was the first time I ever had banana pudding. And I was sitting next to my grandmother. I was like, "Oh, this is good." My grandmother heard, "I want banana pudding every day for the rest of my life." We got back to Maryland, and my grandmother made me banana pudding. I know how much you liked it, Mr. Moving South Carolina. Yes, it was great. The next week, come on over. Why? I made some more banana pudding. This shit went on for like 3 months. Yeah, Rock.
It was 2 spoons in the bag for a reason.
Use a lot because it's like a lot of spoons in this bag. I think she wanted me to have another spoon to taste something else. There you go. Go on and eat your little banana pudding with your little greedy self, which you just greedy.
Well, he likes the chocolate, just like he likes the chocolate.
He ain't getting no more of that chocolate. You can get this little sample thing over there. Oh, this is a bigger one of them.
Yes.
I'm getting ready to go in on. Well, you know what? I can't do that because, like, I just
house. One Oreo cookie jar.
That's what happened. I'm sorry. Now, what I also see in here. Oh God. Anyway, I gotta say, I've been off banana pudding since I finally had to tell my grandma, "Don't make more banana pudding."
I trade you banana pudding for the Oreo cookie.
How about I trade you getting run over by a truck for a Mercedes Benz? No.
You know she brought us samples, right?
Peach cobbler.
Oh, if there's peach cobbler.
Yeah, try that one. I tried that one already. Try that one.
And that's sweet potato pound cake. But let me tell you my story. I had a whole one for you. And I left it home trying to get here before 8:58.
America, y'all, those who can't see this bag is empty. I don't see one this size of sweet potato pound cake. Can you tell us again what happened to sweet potato pound cake?
What had happened was,
See, let me tell you something Jesse Jackson said to people in America. If you ask a black person anything and they go, when they with the means you just out, bruh. You just out. So go ahead with your
what had happened
What happened was, here we go.
I was trying to get here before 8:58 because
Right.
I was threatened to be here before
You weren't
8:58.
we just explained stuff.
I was. And so I put some extra icing on the sweet potato pound cake and I put it in the refrigerator so that the icing yes.
Tighten up a little bit.
Yes. And I left it because somebody was hungry, even though they dropped the whole pizza on the floor. But okay.
It fell out the box.
The whole pizza fell out the box. But eat that little banana pudding. Just a little.
So wait,
one.
before I do that.
Just a little.
This is banana pudding.
Yes. And it's a sample. So I'm not giving you.
And what is this sample?
That
it's
is
peach cobbler.
But that is sweet potato pound cake.
How did he get full size of anything?
My show. This is I'm leaving you the banana thing and the strawberry shortcake.
What about the Oreo?
I sneezed in that. But you know, I sneezed in it and I burped. This is the banana
pudding.
Cake.
It's banana cake, has fresh banana, and then with icing.
My grandmother left this plane in 2017.
Okay.
My grandmother made the absolute best chocolate cake air. Nobody ever. I don't miss the banana pudding.
But you missed the chocolate cake.
Missed the chocolate cake. But because you went through all this and you brought this to me out of love, and we're gonna talk about your business in a second. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I go home tonight. If I go to sleep and I hear my grandmother in my dreams tell me that she's disappointed because she could have made this for me for the last 30 years of her life.
Could have made chocolate cake too.
Oh, she did.
Okay.
But you know.
Okay.
I'm doing this under protest, America. All I'm saying is I don't need to have this every weekend.
I will not make it for you every weekend, I promise.
Once a month will be fine. But this is like that. This is like that. Oh my. Oh, okay. Okay.
Should I slide this one back over?
Give that to the light-skinned brother over there.
What happened to the Oreo? What's the name cake?
I tell you, I have COVID and I licked it. I licked the lid.
She put samples in there.
I gave you the sample.
Try the peach cobbler, yeah. You gotta try the peach cobbler.
I'm gonna try the peach cobbler, and then because I'm saving the sweet potato cornbread crumb, sweet potato pound cake crumb. I'm saving that for last.
There's one over there.
It's a crumb.
It's a sample.
This is not this much. Peach cobbler.
Yes.
I love apple cobbler.
Okay.
Peach cobbler, good. Not mad at it. I'm an apple cobbler, man.
Apple man.
I'm an apple man.
Okay. Nothing wrong
Got an apple phone.
Me
I don't
too.
have no peach phone. I got an apple phone.
Oh.
Looks like there's a real peach in here.
It is.
This ain't no canned peach. It's a real peach.
It's a peach.
All right. You want some of this?
No, you can have it.
Okay, good. I'll try to give him time to think about it, but he took forever.
It's okay because he asked me to make one for him and his father. So I just took this one out the oven.
You ain't special, son.
So
Keep
he
the
has a
chopper.
whole peach cobbler that's hot.
Benefits to being light skinned. Yeah, put your hand on the bottom. Feel this.
Don't drop that on the floor.
Oh, this not going on the floor. Come on then.
I gotta give him the West Baltimore stank eye. Don't drop that on the floor.
It ain't gonna happen on the floor.
All right. Enough of this fooling around.
What you gonna try now?
What we're here for? The sweet potato pound cake.
That's the problem. Say your grace.
Thank you, Father, for I am fat. I'm gonna get fatter before I get skinnier. Before I get skinny, I'm gonna eat this. Amen.
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 More-
I'm telling you right now, my son has diabetes. He's type 1 diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
He's insulin dependent.
Mm.
I think I'm about to join him on his journey.
No.
Rock, I need you to lock the door. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm about to beat this person up for forgetting and leaving the whole thing. I'm going to catch a case. This is...
Tell them how they can reach you so they too can get some sweet potato pound cake.
2. Ain't no 2 so they can get some of their own. Because ain't no 2 because I didn't get none. That's got a crumb. All right.
Yeah, you're a fat boy. You didn't share any of them.
This whole thing is for him, and I'm bad. All right, grab a mic. I can't reach because my arm is jacked up. I'm old. I'm gonna tell you about getting old. Y'all gonna find out about getting old one day. Go ahead. CC Sweets. Who are you? How'd you get started? How much does one of these cost? And how can I become a regular employee, customer? Like be on the corner doing like this. You got the pound cake. You got the pound cake.
So my name is Carla Fuzzymore. I am
Fuzzymore.
Fuzzymore. More
Spell
fuzzy
that.
just backwards.
Spell it.
F is in Frank.
You ain't got to get every letter. With
Fuzzymore.
Where you located?
I am located in Catonsville.
Oh, my mama lived in Catonsville.
Oh, see, on your way to your mama's house, you just come pick up the cake.
Oh, you tonight, Ma. I love you. I'm gonna come see you. We're gonna get some. All right. So how'd you get started with this? How long you been baking?
I have been baking for a quite a long time. Probably
over a year.
Close to 15, 20 years.
Okay.
I've been baking.
Okay.
I started baking as a hobby because I was stressed out. I had 4 children. They can be very stressful. So I started baking as a stress reliever, and I started making so much stuff that my kids got tired of eating it. I took it to work.
Are your kids fat? Come on, we being real right now. You can tell me you got fat kids. Because if I was your kid, I would be rolling into school.
Yes, my son played Mufa football. If anybody knows about Pop Warner and Mufa, you'll know that my son is.
A happy child.
He is a happy child.
God damn right.
They're all grown now.
Okay.
But I started making so much that eventually I started taking it to work because they got tired of eating it. Mm-hmm. And people at work started asking me, how can I buy this? How can I buy this? I used to make whole cakes. I still make them occasionally.
You used to make whole cakes?
Whole cakes. Yes.
Okay, not whole cakes.
Whole cakes. However, I still make them occasionally, but the jars seem to be a better product. It's portion control because it's only 8 ounces, and they save well, so you can put them in the refrigerator, you can put them in the freezer, so you don't have to eat them all at once.
You can if you want to, though.
You can if you want to. You can buy the jars in bulk. You also can have them personalized if you're having, say, a baby shower or some other event. You can have your pictures put on them. You can have sayings put on them. And you can have a dessert where no one is touching the cake.
I like that because people at work be nasty.
Yes.
Right.
They do. They
I
go
work
to the
with a woman who
bathroom, they
every
don't
time
wash
she
their
coughed,
hands.
cat hair came out of her head. Like it was crazy. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it makes it more sanitary for
Mhm.
you to have something that they can pick up and go. And I do several flavors.
Oh, pretty too. Look at this.
I also do liquor infused flavors.
Shut the front door.
Hey, Yale.
Sir.
I was about to read the comments, but the comments was directed at you, so I did one better. You have a caller on the line.
All right. All right. Caller, what you got to say? Who are you? What you got to say?
This the gangster.
Oh, sucky now. Look, gangster, before you get started, I want you to know I'm willing to share some of this with you. If not, these jars are.
Already ate it up.
He did. He did. Then he took the whole jar of the chocolate, the Oreo cookie.
Gangster, this jar can be used for you to hide in. It's about 2.5 inches tall.
You're not funny. You're not.
Nicole.
All I need, wait a minute, Rob. All I need to know is how you gonna tell a lady that I like Apple. I got an Apple phone. If what she brought you was peach, you keep the peach and keep it moving, and you tell all the other stuff after you've gone off air. You ain't got to tell her. I said, wait a minute, and he got nerve to tell me about me saying how I prefer barbecue sauce on my ribs. But you gonna tell this young lady who came in,
yes,
and took the time out to make sure she fed you
some
of her good food.
Yes.
And you gonna tell her, I like Apple. I just need you to know I like Apple. And you greedy.
If
you didn't even share.
Nicole, he didn't at all.
If you paid attention, I told her before I tasted it that I prefer apple. But that peach, I ate all it. That peach is delicious. That I didn't say after I ate it, I prefer apple. Before going there, and that's a high bar. That's a high bar. And she hit that bar. She hit that bar like she was 6 feet tall, and the bar was at 4'11". Speaking of 4'11", what else do you like?
So confident, she ain't even worried about you talking about no Apple because she knew her product.
She knew her stuff was good.
She put in front of you, you was gonna love.
And she was right.
Don't put your hands on nobody because I heard you talk about you gonna beat somebody for the food. Don't do that. You can go to jail for that.
Let me tell you something, Nicole. You would probably ruin this by putting some barbecue sauce on it. Let me tell you right now.
You don't put barbecue sauce on dessert.
You don't put barbecue sauce on good smoked ribs either, but you do that.
Nicole.
Yes.
This young lady came down very, very well prepared. She had samples of everything she wanted us to eat. Samples for me, samples for Yale. And Yale took it upon himself to just eat the samples, and he's confiscating. What he did was, the one that was the best out of all of them, which is the Oreo, what's the name, Chunky, whatever it was. He takes his spoon and digs in the middle of the cake.
So can't nobody else eat it because
exactly.
He put his spoon.
Sneeze on it though.
When you gonna have the sample?
He's already crying. He's crying.
That's trifling, yeah.
Very trifling.
Nicole, let me tell you the reality of this situation real quick, okay? What you were hearing Rock say is a bunch of Boulder Dash and Flim Flam.
You didn't put no spoon in that peach cobbler, did you?
No. There's three full-size containers of her product. I gave him the other two. I'm taking one. Anywhere in America, unless you're a MAGA person trying to count votes, two is more than one. He got two, I got one.
But you gave up the two that you didn't want. The one that you wanted, that we had samples of, instead of you taking a sample, you took the whole jar.
Where is it written that I can't have the jar I want?
Because she didn't come for you.
She came to get her show promoted and to make me a fat boy.
So if we're in the pecking order, who's at the top of the food chain?
Nicole.
Did you save Nicole some?
Did you save Nicole some beef ribs?
Nicole didn't want beef ribs.
Nicole, did you want some beef ribs?
She said your ribs are too salty.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said the last time the ribs are spicy.
Same difference.
Dude, you gotta make them fight amongst themselves.
No, it's
while
not.
you eat.
But the last time, but I told Yale that. I told him the ribs were good, but they were just a little too spicy for me. They had my mouth on fire.
I really feel some kind of way. I'm in my feelings.
Nicole, I gave Rock a rack of beef ribs. Each rib is like a steak in and of itself. Did he offer you any of those?
No, he didn't.
Did he tell you about those?
He did. They were in my refrigerator.
You better go in there and eat one.
He took them already.
See that
I gave him his respect because he said you gave him instructions on what to do. So I gave him his respect, but he didn't offer no ribs.
And he done turned you against me and called me greedy. He put the food in your refrigerator, then took it home and ate it.
I was switching, flipping between you and Bible study, and I saw you, and I said, "Is he telling this lady about her peach?" And he like apple, and had the nerve to talk about some apple pie. I'm like, how you gonna be greedy and picky at the same time?
Because it's America, I can do what I want.
Whatever, but somebody could have let me taste the sweet potato pound cake.
Nicole, swear to God, she only brought a sample, and you didn't hear that part because you were probably, doing the Bible study thing. She forgot and left the sweet potato pound cake at home.
Well, what was it that you ate?
I'm eating the chocolate Oreo cookie. Tastes like cookies and cream ice cream cake that is so good that I might
didn't want to share.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna share this. I'm sorry.
Then you did give Rock the one you wanted him to have.
He got two. I got one. He got two.
So does giving him two makes up for you eating the whole Oreo one?
Yes, he got two whole ones to himself. Plus, he got it's a whole sheet cake. It's about the size of an NFL vibrating football toy that we used to have in the 70s where the thing's about that big.
And you're exaggerating. It's not.
The camera lies.
He knocked my pizza out of my hand.
Oh no! Hold on, both of you.
How you gonna put us on? How you gonna call my show and it puts somebody on?
Where did he do that at?
In Munchkin Land.
Yo, did you really put us on hold on live radio?
Anyway.
That was Papa John's. They got outside.
Oh, you should share that with Rock. First of all, when it comes, flip it on the carpet. I mean on the lawn, so it'll be like how he likes it. He likes his pizza with some stuff from the ground on it.
Oh Lord, I don't think he's not a good pizza person anyway.
So anyway, we're talking about your story. So your family told you to go to work and sell your food, and the people at work said, we're gonna buy this, and you said, I'm gonna make a business out of this, and then one day I'm gonna take this down to the radio station and make a guy who's not supposed to be eating sweets like have a diabetic coma. Go ahead, we with you.
And here I am. And
here you are. How many different varieties do you have a certain menu or do you, if someone says, can you make me a sweet potato donut? Will you do that for them?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good. You can't please everybody. That's one thing that I've learned in life. I have several flavors that I make. The stars are basically the banana pudding, the strawberry crunch, the Oreo, the peach cobbler, sweet potato pound cake. I do lemon. I do red velvet.
Oh,
and then I also do
carrot.
Oh
my God!
And
take me now, Lord Jesus.
And so I also do
rocking and
like I
spilling
said, the alcohol flavors as well.
That's what we.
And each of the different cakes has a different alcohol. They don't all have the same alcohol.
Do you use Cavassier?
I don't. So the chocolate has Kahlua. I put Kahlua in the chocolate. In the banana, I put a banana moonshine. In the strawberry, I put a tequila rose. In the sweet potato pound cake is a Dominican rum. And the red velvet is Jamaican rum cream.
You ate the whole jar.
So how much is a jar?
The jars are $8 for the virgin and $10 for the alcohol.
For the alcohol.
$3 for $20 for the regular ones. And you can mix and match.
You can get like one of the cookies and cream, one of the red velvet, and one.
If I have everything in stock, yes.
Right. If I put in an order, then right. So you obviously cater because you said like you do these for weddings and things like that, right?
Yes, I do a lot of Masonic events. That's currently where my base is. A lot of their balls and their the different events they have,
right?
I vend with them.
Okay.
However, I'm not adverse to other events. It's just they pay me well.
Right. So let me just put this out here.
Support me.
I may have an event and I want to say like I want to have desserts, and I say, you know what, CC Sweets should be a vendor and come and just have don't bring the samples because people lose their mind over the samples. You know, they get all in their feelings. But you put out a whole spread of your different varieties of food, and matter of fact, I think I'm gonna have an event tomorrow. I'm gonna need 40s and with some booze in them. Do you do bread pudding?
I don't. I probably can though.
Well, you should try it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I volunteer my life. I'll sacrifice my life if you want to try to make some bread pudding. If it don't work out, America, I sacrifice for you. I'm here for you, America. But you should try that. But yeah, I'm gonna need 40s and 4 of the cornbread. I mean the sweet potato pound cake, and 4. I'm having how many people? Carry the one. I'm gonna need 4 of the strawberry thing too. Yes. Tomorrow, you get it done tomorrow?
No.
Okay. So if someone's having an event, how far in advance should they contact you for the?
They should give it a week in advance.
A week in advance.
Yes.
Okay. And they can reach you. There's a phone number on here. I don't think the phone number is real because it says 443-555-5555. And you know, when you see on television, they got all them 5s, you know it's not a real number. So you have a real number for people?
Yes, it's on the jar.
443-499-3355.
You
know, my glasses may have fogged up because I was crying because this is so good. I see there's other numbers here. Now, a week in advance, notice for a large order. You don't have stock ready to go?
No, because it's fresh.
It's fresh.
And I make it
fresh.
And I make
What's
it
the minimum?
And I make it homemade. It's not out of a box. It's not out of a jar or anything. So
do you mix this with your hand? You got a hand mixer?
I have hand mixers.
Do you have the big?
I do my icing by hand.
You get the big KitchenAid.
I got the big KitchenAid.
Yes. I got the big KitchenAid too. I love the big KitchenAid. It makes me feel like a big person when you crank the handle on the door. Oh, I love that.
What's the minimum order that needs to be made in order to get the purchase you want?
It depends on what's going on. I would say 6 is a minimum order.
6 of one flavor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So birthday parties.
Yes. You can customize the top of the jar. So instead of my information that's on top, if you show them, it can be customized to add pictures of your children. It can add any kind of wording that you would like.
Rock, what do I say about them children?
Fuck them kids.
That's right, fuck them kids. They ain't getting the picture. They get the picture on my cake.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Retirement parties, anniversaries, everything.
Events, but you need
divorce
at least
parties.
Divorce parties.
Just got fire parties.
You can keep the jar as a keepsake.
And it's a nice jar.
Absolutely.
Nicole could take a bath in this jar. She could almost drown because it's almost tall enough she would drown in here. But this is nice. This is really nice. So again, if you're having a birthday party, a retirement party, a baby shower, wedding event, y'all know ahead of time how much time you need for these things. Don't call and say my birthday is on Friday and it's Tuesday. Give this woman some time to work her magic and make enough that I have some of the leftovers. Give her some time.
Hey,
So,
Jill,
yes, sir.
Listen, man, you know, when things happen at the ground level, I try to bring you in because you my BFF, right?
I'm here for you, bruh.
Listen.
Yeah.
We was having a convo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she came up with this miraculous idea.
Talk to me.
Beats and sweets.
Beats and treats.
Oh, yeah, beats and treats.
Well, are you looking at my window? Oh, you talking about something else. Okay, what now? Okay, tell me what the beats and treats.
Beats and treats. We're going to sell $20 flash drives and $15 cake.
$20 flash drives?
Yeah, with music. $8 of music on it.
You know you can't run this past Troy, right?
Because he's going to have his hand in the pot. I know. That's why we say that to Troy.
We got
some brisket on the
I was going to say, I got a better idea for you.
Beats and treats?
Meat. If you don't get no bigger, you going to always be my nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Meats and treats.
Beats and treats. We're going to have an event. We're going to do this. We're going to find a date. We're going to work a date. We're going to have a venue where we're going to have these delicious desserts out there at $8 a wop. Yeah. Adults can buy the $10 ones that have booze in them.
Yes.
They're not for kids because what? Fuck them kids, right? We're going to have DJ Rock Nice.
Yeah, they're going to be doing the wild one in Jerusalem.
But just getting it in, doing it well, right?
Yeah.
And I'll have the smoked meats out there. And you make waffles?
I do.
You must not have heard the show because I was talking.
She wasn't listening.
Here's what I'm going to do. Because I saw this at the stadium last year. Mm-hmm. Shredded brisket and waffles.
I make homemade waffles.
That's what I'm talking about. No pop-up Lego Eggos, whatever them things are. Some homemade. Because I have a waffle recipe that I got from my grandmother. Mm-hmm. That's but I trust. Look, anybody can get a whole cake in a jar. Must know what they're doing.
So what do you think? Yeah, we're gonna have $15 entry into the venue, right? $35 VIP, $35 VIP. The VIP bag is gonna come with a flash drive, one treat, and one installment of whatever meat. They only gonna pick one meat, but while they're there, they can patronize. They can buy whole plates. They can buy all the desserts they want, and we're gonna entertain them while they're there. A 2-hour event.
I'm liking that. I think some details we'll have to work with because
you were trying to eat up all the sweets.
I'm not saying that part. I'm just saying, she needs time because she be leaving stuff at home. And if she gets there too early, there might not be enough for everybody that's coming because, I might have to sample.
I just think the VIP gift bags can come.
I like the VIP gift bag thing. Yeah. I like that. But I'm thinking you're going to pay to come in the door.
Yeah.
You're going to have going on. Then you can buy you a plate of food with a meat and some sides. And you can buy the cake because your dessert is not included. You got to buy the dessert. Right? And then
we'll call it a sample tasting though.
We'll have a sample tasting.
Yes, sample tasting.
Yes. But the VIPs
and some wine.
No, we gotta have booze, man. You gotta have booze. Gotta have booze.
Or some Mad Dog.
You have a bar. You gotta have a bar. You know what you need to have? You need to have my drink.
What's your drink?
Remember when I had my party, my drink?
Yes.
You obviously, if you have alcohol in your house, you must sample it every now and then.
Absolutely.
I came up with a drink. lemonade, triple sec, tequila. Other drink was bourbon, triple sec, and some other stuff that I'm not going to tell because people will be stealing my shit and they'll be like, "Oh, I came up with this. That's mine." But we gotta have it in a frozen machine. The little slurp.
Like a slushy.
Yeah, girl. What? I had teetotaling church people dancing. They were like, "Oh, I just want a little."
Bust a nut on the towel.
Shout it out loud. You're the one for me. You can never, if you know that song, whenever you hear it now, that's what you're gonna hear. Bust a nut on the towel and shout it out loud. That's what you're gonna hear because that's not the words, but somebody said that's what they thought the lyrics were, and now I can never unhear that. When the song comes on, that's what I hear. Bust a nut on the towel. We're gonna put this together. We're gonna put this together. We're gonna work out all the details.
Beats and treats.
Meats, beats, and treats.
Coming soon.
Woo! We gotta have the place where we gotta have the barbecue pit in the back so that the meat can be coming off hot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this happen. Listen, America, thank you for putting up with some silliness tonight. I would
2024.
I would say Mr. DJ dropped my hook, but he didn't drop the pizza. So we're gonna have to come up with another term. But next Wednesday, we're gonna have another special guest in here. We're gonna talk about knowing your rights as American citizens, being Black Americans, and what we need to look out for. We're going to talk more about the campaign. We're going to talk less about the Ravens because we already know they're going to be
talking about the W.
We're going to have nothing but W's. We're going to go undefeated this year. I'm sorry, we're going to go 16-1. We're not going to win the last game because we don't care. It ain't going to matter. It's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap. I think the last game this year is against Cincinnati. So it's going to be a wrap. We don't care.
We had the division locked up by then.
By then, we're going to have the division locked up by week 11. It's going to be a wrap.
Whole lot of 22.
Man. So listen, CC Sweets, 443-555-5555. Or if that number's busy, 443-499-3355. We're going to have to get your presence on Facebook too, so people can find you. And, I know you don't have a website. We're going to work all this out. But we're going to do meats, beats, and treats.
Yes.
Or meats, beats, and sweets. CC Sweets.
Mm-hmm.
Meats, beats, and CC Sweets. What sound like? That sound like a 90s, like CNC Music Factory. Meats, beats, and CC Sweets. Oh, Thank you for coming in. Thank you for bringing this. I will be following you to Catonsville to get my sweet potato pound cake, but we're gonna make this happen. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for bringing. And I'm really sorry that Rock didn't get more than his pizza that he dropped on the floor. I'm gonna lick the lid right now. But Mr. DJ.
Yes.
This here is molicious as the Thank you. Hit it.
The Nitelifer, the night circle of sanity, ready to show, ready.
What you want me to do?
What you got?
Eat the sweets. Come with the meat.
This is state of emergency.
The Nitelifer, the night circle of sanity, ready to show, ready.
Yeah, Rock. What you want me to do? I'm sorry.
We got a whole big
Circle of sanity, ready.
This is finger licking good. Oh, wait a minute. That might not have been some cake. Uh-oh. I'm one-armed. I can't move this arm. I gotta do the thing. Hey! Ho! Hey.
You want answers? You want answers? You want answers?
I want the truth. I want the truth. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Handle the truth. Handle the truth. The Nitelifer, the night circle of sanity, ladies and gentlemen.
See you next week.